some extremely concerning news for you tonight. The USA carried out a draft simulation today. Before I get into the details, because Legacy Media won't share this with you, you know I will. Share it with others, repost, drop a follow, a long comment. Without further ado, let me say, I am concerned. Two things are simultaneously happening. One, today, the United States Selective Service System planned and carried out a computer simulation to test how it would carry out on a national level the mobilization of American troops. Everyone, this is months before they are set to automatically register young people for the draft come this December. This is not a coincidence. All while, let me calm down. All while simultaneously, they're dropping 2,000-pound bombs on Iran. These are not little weapons. The strikes are getting bigger. They're being continuously rained down upon the people of Iran. Can you even grasp that? 2,000-pound bombs? That's what we're dropping now? And the Legacy Media won't cover it, but they're also at the same time figuring out, testing ways how we're going to mobilize American troops. Wake up! We are severely underreacting. And I'll blow the whistle, I'll say it, I'll talk about it. I know it's not pleasant to talk about, but someone has to tell you the truth. Why not me? And because of that, I ask you to follow, repost, share. Let's keep this truth movement.
All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elder bishops of the great millstone taught us this truth. My name is Milchamah-ba, coming back at you with another video. And you see this guy here, what's his name? Hunter Alexander Howell. He usually does a lot of videos concerning the United States and different laws that have been passed and so on and so forth. Okay, so, and we know here with this truth, this is what a lot of people are, a lot of people are saying. They starting to realize that, this is a possible thing that, they could be possibly drafted. Okay, so he said it's an automatic draft. So it ain't like they coming out and signing you up, talking to you one-on-one. If you're in the system, which everybody's in the system with a, social security number, that's, bonding them, you as their property, okay? So they got everybody as social security numbers and birth certificates and, driver's license and all that, to do as they will with it. And what they will is, there's going to be a major bloodbath. Okay, a lot of deaths. That's why we're so adamant about this truth and, believe it wholeheartedly, with everything it says in the scriptures. I mean, why would, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai put us here on earth without, a roadmap? And the scriptures are the roadmap, okay? Or, or the script on this movie that we're playing out in real time here, okay? So he was saying about the mobilization of troops, okay? And I'm not sure what he meant by being mobilized, but I'm thinking moving, mobile is moving troops where? Over to the Middle East. Ultimately, all these nations are going to come together and the Lord is going to, judge them. That's why he said in the valley of Jehoshaphat, okay, where he would plead with all nations, okay, in judgment, okay. So, and I got another video also, let's see. Before I go into the scriptures, let's get this other video here, right here. Let's see, let's go back.
350 yesterday. There was 350 of the elitist of elite soldiers that tried to go into South Lebanon. These were Israeli elites. And they were all killed. But there's a complete wall of silence with the media, because the media is controlled by Israel. They don't want you to know that they lost 350 of their elite soldiers yesterday in southern Lebanon. And this is a little insight. The reality is very, very different to what the media is telling you. And we used to say if you reverse what the media tells you by 180 degrees, you're far closer to the truth. And that's very much the case right now. Yesterday.
So there you have it. This is from the Charlie Ward Show, official. Okay, so I don't know what's his thing. Let's see who Charlie Ward is. Charlie Ward. This is join Charlie Ward and Drew Dimon on the Charlie Ward Insider Club every Wednesday at 6 p.m. and Saturday at 3 p.m. GMT. Okay, so he has a website also, so I'm probably gonna listen to some of the things he had to say. And you see, he's pretty much on everything, pretty much news, and I guess internet news is much more credible than, the news that, like he said, Israel controls. Okay, so, hey, man, this thing is heating up. And last that I had heard was, Israel was going to link with the United States. Let's see, is this it?
Issued a press release putting Donald Trump's entire real estate empire in the Middle East on an official strike list. Every Trump hotel, tower, and golf club from Dubai to Riyadh to Jeddah to Qatar to Oman is now fair game for Iranian missiles. Iranian state TV followed that up with a detailed breakdown of Trump's Secret Service motorcade routes in New York and Florida. Exact vehicles, the 10-minute Mar-a-Lago.
Yeah, that's not it, but, you can see the tension is growing with, America. And, this is just something I just want to, hit the button on. Let's see.
United States military commander has just told the entire world to be on high alert for a possible World War III. Look.
I look around the globe, Russia, China, Iran.
Yeah, I made a video on this already, so this is just some things that's different reels that's going into, prophecies. This is Exodus chapter 17 and verse 16. It says, "For he said, because the Lord Yahweh has sworn that the Lord Yahweh will have war with Amalek from generation to generation." And that war with Amalek is through the Israelites. If you read up a little bit further, a couple verses up, the Lord was with Moses as he was him and Aaron, on the mountain as he was, holding up the staff to help the children of Israel, to overcome Amalek. Okay, so it's a beautiful thing that we have the Most High, Yahweh, Bashim Yahushua is our, I guess what word am I looking forward to? Our shield and buckler, basically, because what we're doing, how's it go? Our war is a spiritual war. Okay, the war we fight against principalities. Okay, so the Lord is doing the fighting. We just we're just pushing the word. You know, everything we're doing is all spiritual because the Lord is going to fight for us, man. Okay? Now, you're going to have some 2/3 out there that's going to be slanging iron, you know, on, you know, in this civil war that will be, you know, taking place, you know, all over the world. But, you know, the main place is America because, you know, America is known as the daughter of Babylon, the virgin daughter of Babylon, where, you know, ain't much really happening, you know, or if it is happening, you know, they cover a lot of things up, okay? And hey, that's a beautiful thing. Let's see if we can grab something out of here. You know, the Lord is our shield and buckler, okay? Okay, yeah, it's something else I want to look up here. I had, let's see. And I typed in, who is Amalek? It says Amalek is described as in the Hebrew Bible as a nomadic nation. The Apocryphat, I believe that's pronounced. Yes, I looked it up. It's a persistent enemy, and persistent enemy of the ancient Israelites. In the modern day, we are the ancient Israelites, should I say. Okay, so Amalek is against us. In the last video, I remember seeing they had a spokeswoman from Israel saying that their biggest threat is so-called young black men in America. Okay, so there you have it. And she was just speaking out of you know, on the spirit because through the spirit she, you know, through the spirit, this is what it is. You know, they are our enemy. Okay, it says the name is used interchangeably to refer to the nation's founder, his descendants, the Amalekites, or territory they inhabited south of Canaan and the Negev desert. Okay, Bible history or origin. It said lineage according to Genesis 36. Amalek was the son of Eliphaz and the grandson of Esau, the twin brother of and rival of Jacob, Israel. Okay, so there you have it. That's basically it. A rabbinic tradition suggests Amalek inherited Esau's deep-seated resentment toward Jacob. So, which that's, you know, he's the top, I guess you can say, Edomite tribe. Okay. So it goes into a little bit extra, you know, we're not going to really go into it. But I just wanted to touch on that because it made a lot of sense that, you know, they're going to want to join Jacob. Well, not really Jacob, but the United States. Well, that's who they're looking for. They want Jacob in that army to fight against the Iranians. Okay. So, you know, they want it to be the way, you know, they control everything and, you know, really put you in the front line. Okay, let's grab one more scripture and we're going to end it. Is it 49? Is Jeremiah 49? Let's see. Let's see. I think I'll start from here. Jeremiah 49:14. It says, I've heard a rumor from the Lord Yahweh, an ambassador is sent unto the heathen, saying, gather ye together and come against her and rise up to the battle. For lo, I will make thee small among the heathen, despite it among all men. And yeah, you know, everybody, hate Esau, Edom, beginning with Amalek, okay? The Amalekites, Esau in general, because, you have, so-called white men that are, have a disdain for, the chief, what's his title? Chief Administrator of the United States, man. I think that's his title. Okay, Jeremiah 49 and 16, it says that thy terribleness have deceived thee, and the pride of thy heart. It says, O thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, that holdest the height of the hill, though thou shouldest make thy nest as high as an eagle, I will bring thee down from thence, saith the Lord Yahweh. Also Edom shall be a desolation, everyone that go by it shall be astonished, and shall hiss at all her plagues thereof. Yeah, it's talking about this place. And it says, as in the overthrow of Sodom and Gomorrah, and the neighboring cities thereof, said the Lord Yahweh. No man shall abide there, neither shall a son of man dwell in it. And he's talking about America. America is going to be that. Okay, let's see. Let's get to the point. We'll read it right. It says, behold, he shall come up like a lion from the swelling of Jordan against the inhabitants of the strong. But I will suddenly make him run away from her. And who is a chosen man that I may appoint over her? For who is like me, and who will appoint me in the time? And who is that shepherd that would stand before me? Therefore hear the counsel of the Lord Yahweh that he had taken against Edom, and his purpose that he proposed against the inhabitants of Teman. Surely the least of the flock shall draw him out. Surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them. And this, that's the Amalekites. They're the least of the flock. And he's going to draw out, America with them, and with them linking up with, Israel being over the United States, that's how they're going to draw them out, into this war with them. So I'm in there and give all praises and honor to Yahweh, but Shemi Abishai. Till the next time, Shalom.